Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling, the podcast where the squared circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. So catch the hot tag with us tonight as we dissect SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. We discuss our tag team Mount Rushmores and one of my favorite segments, predictions, spoilers, and hot takes. I'm sure I didn't say that right, B, but we'll get to it when we get to it. I am the Jackie Miles, and this faction wouldn't be complete without Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation, Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay, and back from PTO is our wise man, B. Dix. Gentlemen, welcome, man. Welcome back. It's a good week to talk a little bit of wrestling. Griff, how's your week going, brother?
Hey, my week going good, man. I'm just excited just to be on this episode, man. It's great conversation, got some good hot takes, and later on we got this Mount Rushmore that gave us a whole bunch of migraines on today. So I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's picks, and definitely looking forward to sharing mine, man. Ready for this great episode and get it going.
Brothers is stressed out trying to narrow down their favorite tag teams.
We already.
This is wild to me, bro. Like, niggas is texting, like, can I get 6 honorable mentions, or do I got to keep it to the Mount Rushmore? Do you know there's only four? There's only 4 faces on the Rushmore, gentlemen. I'm sorry, Coach. How's the week, brother? How's it going?
No, I was adding to that joke. I was saying, or do we get an extra 10 for the Griff picks? You know,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Griff's picks doesn't even fit on the Instagram post anymore. Like, Brian has to double up some of the pictures just to get Griff's picks onto the thing.
Oh man, this is what it's about, man. Getting on here with y'all, laughing, chopping it up. WWE is, passion. Good. It's good to chop it up every week about it, especially with you two clowns and the wise man himself. But things are good, man. Get down here in Dallas, Texas. Raw was in the backyard, the neighborhood this week. Didn't go because we got a full-fledged family, so you know the way I go. In the house watching it. Couldn't go. Tried to go last minute
down the street. Your brother couldn't get in the building. I get it.
Get in the building. That didn't want to get in the building.
Hey, and speaking of which, too, man, this was actually a year ago this time too when Raw was in your backyard when Roman cut that infamous promo. You know, he was tired of being humble leading up to Crown Jewel.
Right, but that was
a year later.
Yeah. But that was the actual birth of my daughter at that time. So timing just sucks right now for me to see a show. So I haven't been to a show since the Raw after Mania 38. But we'll get back.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on y'all to join me down here. But yeah,
y'all went to something in San Antonio, right? What was in San Antonio?
We did it in the Royal Rumble. Yeah. But everybody's good.
We did Mania.
Yep, everybody's good, man. Good to see you guys. Shout out to Texas Rangers making it to the World Series. So looking forward to that.
What about the Lakers? You got the Lakers back there. You got the Cowboys back. We ain't heard nothing about those teams. We've heard nothing about those teams, sir. We're going to hold you accountable to these teams. You're going to put them up there. We're going to hold you accountable.
Game 1 of 82. It's official. The Denver Nuggets has our numbers. There's no denying that, especially after the Who's Your Daddy chant. So I don't know how I feel about that. So
is it a Nuggets your number or 80 didn't show up in the second half?
It's both.
0 points.
It's both, brother. It's both. I'm ready
listen. The 4 of us and AD had the same amount of points in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how we are.
It's not okay, bro.
So,
no,
not okay.
And he got paid more.
Yeah, for sure. But doing well, man. Good to see y'all. Let's chop
it
up,
fellas. It's a lot more, right? It's good to see you boys, man. I'm just excited about talking a little wrestling, man. I caught up all day today. I didn't teach my kids a thing because we watched wrestling all day, so I had to watch all the 7.
They actually, you got the shows on during your how are you doing that, Jackie? Is that in your classroom or?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Like what? I have a guided reading group, and we supposed to be reading, and we good. Everybody has their book in hand, but we're watching. We're watching Raw. What do you mean?
All right.
Raw is on the screen, but everybody has book in hand just in case Principal walks by. We got a routine. Principal walks by, everybody knows what to do.
How many
wrestling figure it out?
How many wrestling fans you got in that class?
Quite a bit, actually. To be honest with
you,
they
actually watch. Do they watch our podcast?
They come running up to me and talking to me about the different things. I think one kid is like a week behind on everything because everything he tells me, I'm like, that happened last week, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but that's also how we are in class, and it's like that was the question from before, bro. And so yeah,
Right.
so they love it, and I actually like talking to them about it. I haven't sent them this because they're kids.
They're gonna talk about you. Yeah, they're gonna fire us up for sure. So don't worry
Oh no,
about that.
brother! If you ever want to mess up your self-esteem, bro, go teach middle schoolers. Go teach middle
That's
schoolers.
true.
Your self-esteem is shot, bro. Every day I take a
Hey.
jab from a kid. Like, okay, all right. This girl walked out of my class today and was like, "We didn't learn anything today," and I was like, "Thank you. Keep going. All right. You have a great day, young lady. I
Yes,
don't need to talk to
sir.
you for the rest of the day."
Yes, sir.
That's a great question. Brian,
Yeah.
Griff, what are you rocking?
Yeah, today, I'm rocking the HBK King of the Ring 1995 custom hockey jersey by Chalkline. This is the uniform attire Shawn Michaels wore at King of the Ring 1995, the red and black. It was a surprise reveal, and of course, boy Griff had to get it. HBK, one of my favorite legends, and also the WWE skull cap. Keep myself warm because it is kind of cold and wintry and inconsistent weather here in Michigan. So, hey, I got the long sleeve hockey jersey on. Shout out to Chalkline for this, and also the WWE skull cap to keep myself warm and ready and rock and roll for the night.
Good deal, man. Let's turn our attention to SmackDown first.
Friday night.
Yeah, Coach, go ahead. How was Friday night for you?
Friday night was cool because I love how the way it ended. Our girl is back. That's a good thing. Thanks to the heavens. Order should be restored because God knows how the way I feel about Charlotte, looking at Charlotte every week. So yeah, thank God to see her come down the ramp. I've never been so happy to see the long hair swinging.
But she's helping Charlotte. Are we good with this?
That's my thing. I'm not good with that.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in. Well, we all know how the way we feel about. I don't know what kind of shit her husband and Dawkins on right now, and with Ashley, we'll figure that. We know we're not gonna get that. So we're not gonna get that.
Plummeting down the rankings.
But what are we doing? But it's good to see Bianca. Anything else you guys see on Friday? It was a decent show. What you guys say?
Couple things. Allude to you about the Charlotte Bianca. I wasn't expecting that, of course, but I think this is an opportunity, the Bianca and Charlotte storyline to probably begin leading up to something probably down the road, all because Bianca, Charlotte is the only horsewoman that she never faced one-on-one or defeated out of the other three. So I believe this is probably just them being friends, tagging, and then, those egos going to come through, the EST versus the Queen, and one little bad mistake and it's going to flip in maybe a storyline. The interesting question is going to be which one is going to go heel. It'll be Charlotte or it'll be Bianca in this story if they decide to swing that way. So looking forward to that.
Stay with it. So who turns heel then? Because I'll be honest with you, I would rather see a Bianca heel than a Charlotte heel.
I definitely agree. All because with this being the last horsewoman, you can't have that nice EST like we saw with Becky and before going to this one. Like, if you're going to really dethrone the Queen, you got to come with it. So that heel turn for her, I think, is more pivotal than it was to see. Because we know Charlotte can do as a heel, and she's comfortable at that heel run. But to see Bianca go back to the old heel NXT EST days when she was a heel, and, we kind of seen a little clip, if you guys remember, going back in time, I think when they first started, Charlotte did something like put her hand in her face, and Bianca was like, "Get your hand off my face," and she slapped the crap out of her, right? So we kind of seen a little bit of that, but because she was still a face and a good girl, people were still behind that as well, too. But I think to answer your question, Jackie, I think it's more pivotal Bianca go heel in this story than Charlotte.
Coach?
We hold our hope for a Jade Cargill and Bianca duo, hopefully. I mean, if they put it to Friday night. But like we said, I think that kind of quelled that last night with how the way they treating her right now. They gave her the throne on NXT. We'll get to that, but because we were still on Friday night. But yeah, that was a highlight. Another interesting dynamic I want to bounce off y'all. This Nick Aldis versus Adam Pearce.
War games.
I like that. I like that. I just sat back and I said, you know what? I can dig this because it's different. Because I forgot that Adam Pearce actually wrestled. So you get him and Nick Aldis in the ring, probably with some of the, we'll have a Raw SmackDown with the general managers in there. So obviously Jimmy and Team Jimmy and Jay and how the way, I like how the way Jay came over and screwed that up, got him back. So yeah, I was entertained. So yeah, what y'all think? I like that angle for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got, like I said, we got Crown Jewel coming up, but also we're starting to tease the War Games Survivor Series too. Of course, we see the main stars going to be the brothers Jimmy and Jay, which their storyline has to start somewhere too. So instead of putting them 1-on-1 right off the gate, here we are. Survivor mode, War Games, wherever direction that they're going with this, and look like it's going to be Jay over Team Raw. Jay over Team Raw and Jimmy over Team SmackDown. But while we here's another question I propose too. Can Survivor Series really go? Can this be one of the big four, the fourth PLE that can go without Roman? Cause I can see they could do a fantastic job in this Survivor Series and this War Games without him even being included.
Ooh.
You don't have him going?
I mean,
who would he wrestle though, Jackie? I mean, I guess we can start.
I'm not saying that he has to. I'm just saying like why don't you have him on the card? Like we haven't gotten any announcements yet. Well, like what's telling you that he's not going to be on the card is what I'm saying.
No. I'm not saying he's not going to be on there. I'm saying that I can see this is one of the out of the big four. This is one big four that if he doesn't show or be on the card, it still could be a successful PLE. I don't know. I mean, with his schedule, we don't know. You see how he did with Crown Jewel. It's just like Crown Jewel comes up, he's coming on SmackDown. Okay, we know he's going to that. So apparently, he more than likely going to appear, but you just don't know. What I was just saying in reference is because of all this storyline going with Jimmy and Jay, and then also you got not Bloodline, Judgment Day, Cody Rhodes, and all this Kabako. You can pretty much get a good PLE at Survivor Series without Roman headlining or being a part of it. Plus we don't know what's going to happen after the aftermath, and that's another story too. After the LA Knight match as well too. So I think that's the main focus, getting through LA Knight. But at the same time, they're also like putting this strategy together to get the War Games started right now. So they don't wait till after Crown Jewel and get it going. Start it right now and just increment it up.
Some truth to that, Griff, because right now I'm not sure if you guys seen it. They're passing and it's kind of cool that Rhea is in the center of this crap. They're flirting with Seth and Roman again. And I'm here for it. It needs to happen. It has to happen. If it's not going to happen at Mania 40, it needs to probably happen again at Royal Rumble in Florida. And this time, obviously Seth can't go over, but they need to finish whatever that psychology was at the previous, what was that Royal Rumble? Was that 21 or 22? When
22 last year.
Okay.
22.
Okay, so 2022. They need to finish their rivalry and let Roman go over on Seth clean. I know, without no shenanigans. So you know what y'all think about that. I mean, that's where I can see it going.
100%. Roman cannot lose those belts till he defeats Seth Rollins. Here's the reason why. Roman never beat Seth Rollins. It's just that simple.
Yep.
So you beat everybody else, but then Seth still got that over your head that you never beat me. So before Roman can lose any of those belts or whoever he's going to lose it to at this point, you got to somewhere fight Seth Rollins and you got to defeat him 1, 2, 3 or make him submit. That's the only way you're going to submit, getting over that hump. Because now you can say you done beat everybody. Now you're free to lose the belt. But I don't see or believe Roman should lose that belt till he get a match and defeat Seth Rollins.
So Priest clears that up then. So he shouldn't. Maybe Seth doesn't have it going in there. Yeah. So I'm just thinking out loud. But yeah, Priest needs to cash in soon, so Seth can go into that match without a belt, and then fight for the undisputed.
I throughout all of this whole process with Roman, like at the end of the day, we got to remember that Seth is Triple H's guy, right? Like. So at some point,
no doubt.
if there's gonna be somebody that's gonna beat Roman, it's gonna be Seth. Like, we can talk about finishing the story and all of that stuff, but like Cody is not Triple H's guy, right? Like,
True.
let's be honest. Like, if it's gonna be anybody, the person who cashed in at WrestleMania, like, if it's gonna be anybody to beat this guy after all of these days or whatever, I think it's gonna be Seth. So like, finish the story. Yeah, that sounds cool and all and everything like that. But if we're gonna move on to the next like legacy of WWE, not that it can't be Cody Rhodes, but like if we're talking about like Triple H's like flag bearer of this whole situation, like Seth Rollins. Let's go.
Griff, I've told you that numerous times in our fireside chats that about Seth Rollins. So
why y'all fireside? I'm sorry.
I'm joking. In our chats. But yeah, Seth. I told Griff all the time, and you know that Seth has been. I said Seth gives me more. Yeah, I'm piggybacking off you, Jackie. Seth is way more credible than Cody. I'm always been for Seth to do it because I think he's earned it. He's a freaking workhorse. So anybody I can knock him off. Yep.
Yeah,
sure.
I just I agree with you. Like, in order for Roman's reign to be legitimate, like he does have to either beat Seth or like Seth has to end it, right? In order to push off to that other storyline. But like that has to happen before anything happens with Cody, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely.
That's
you know, and like respect to Cody, because like I thought Cody was gonna win at Mania that year. I was holding up my ones with y'all, but I thought for sure like Cody was walking out of here and we were like getting like a WWE finish, right? Like now we're getting like Triple H's finishes, and to your guys' point, it's like the villain is carrying out the story. So
from my seat, I saw them. Hey, once I saw the dude with the hoodie coming, I was like, "Oh, that's Solo coming to wreck shit."
Yeah,
that was from my seat. I was like, "Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap." So I seen that when the way they rushed him in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah.
Monday Night Raw, Judgment Day got interrupted this time, did they not? Or was I high in sleep? Or was that? I like that.
Probably a little bit of both. And
flip this, all three pretty much. It happened, and
you were so high. You were so high that Cody Rhodes, like you probably didn't even know his ankle was
Cody Rhodes did the interruption. I'm like, what is this? What's happening here?
Famous pyro.
Damian was like, all right, I'm tired of you coming out here.
Yo, Dame's reaction.
Dame's reaction.
His reaction to throw the mic as if they're not the ones that interrupt everybody, bro. Like, his frustration in that is like, I like that about that. He wanted to throw the mic again. I'm sure they told him like, hey, this is an expensive piece of equipment, sir. Please stop destroying our things.
Exactly.
But I liked his reaction.
Hey, he be getting mad though. He be coming to the side of the ring with his head down, like, y'all are getting on my nerves,
bro.
But
I don't know. I don't like. Go ahead, Griff.
Oh no, I was just gonna recap a little bit from Raw. Your boys New Days picked up a victory on Alpha Academy.
Look at his face. He don't even want to give him the credit. Look at his face. He don't even want to give him the credit. He don't even want to give him the win.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
No, one of my favorite spots on Raw for me was definitely the women's segment and Rhea coming out shooting that promo on Pierce.
That was
and
beautiful.
Everything like controlling, telling them, and then how she manipulated everybody in there to go at each other. And she just stayed out the ring like, man, look at these idiots. Like I'm all like right now, Rhea's in everybody's head. Pierce, the women. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And this is multitude. So, man, that segment, her promo, and then I'm interested to see, I'm not getting my hopes up high right now, but I'm interested to see how they're going to use DIY with Tommaso and Gargano coming back as well, too. So, I'm looking forward to that and they little debacle with Imperium at this time.
If you back up, match. For sure. Back up to your previous point, Griff, about Rhea. I've read numerous articles over since Monday, and they're clearly saying that she's a centerpiece. I know Bleacher Report had one blatantly saying, as much as I can't stand Bleacher Report, they're saying she's the centerpiece of Raw.
You love Bleacher Report. You're the only one in this group chat. You're the only one in this chat that gets like notifications from Bleacher Report. You love Bleacher Report.
No, listen. I don't read the articles. I don't read the articles, but I just see the captions.
Nah, I get it.
But Yahoo Sport, I'm saying, but I read more credible ones, the ones
Yeah,
the
nah, I
sports
get
keep, the
it.
ones that are more credible sources that are all in the all agreement that's saying that Rhea is that deal. Yep.
Nah,
Yeah.
like it's that's hard to deny, right? Like obviously in our power rankings conversation, like I have to yield at this point. Like there's no argument here because she's doing so much and she has her hands
Yep.
in so much
Yes.
that she's now starting to overtake things. And to Cody's point, like he was like, I want to talk to the leader of the Judgment Day, and that's her. Like we have
No doubt about it.
we have to be real about that. And I just would like to see her like interact with the women's division more. Like right now, she's getting ready to
Yes.
go into that into that 5-way, which is great. Like I'm excited about that because I want to see how Shayna does in that, and I want to see how Zoe Stark fares in
Starks.
that.
Yes.
But I would like to see her interact with the full, kind of do like what Becky Lynch is doing right now. Sorry, excuse me, Becky Lynch is doing right now.
Yeah, just exploding and going all over, just working with other
Fighting. She's fighting everybody.
Yeah, everybody,
She's
exactly.
fighting everyone.
And kudos to her, man. I know we on Raw. We'll get to NXT in a second, man. But that,
It's
I don't know
okay.
if
Go
you guys
there.
watched it, man. But that was a great match, man. But more importantly, you know, I always say this all the time, man. Becky, Charlotte, Bianca, my favorite three top conditioned women in the business, man, when it comes to endurance, strength, and everything else. But man, Becky like gave her the run, and it was a great match, great lesson, man. But I knew her title reign wasn't gonna be long, but then with between her and Tiff, I think that was like a forced push more than a story. This one had like a little bit of story. Once they started telling like where she was from, they trained with each other and things like that. I said, yeah, she's gonna flip it on her and kind of get out the way. So I think they just did that just to get everyone prepped up. But yeah, it was a great match. And then the way Becky helped her and they was selling the moves and feeding off the crowd, and every time they was kicking out their finishing moves, they kind of looked at, oh my god, like what, you know? But that was real good with all that choreographed and staged in there.
I tripped off of NXT fans that were, I think it was maybe a quarter of them that act like they were surprised. You know, with them the Becky stands, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, she lost. Like, well, like you should have been clapping. Thank God. Like, okay. Like goodness, like right. So yeah, great. But yeah, I agree.
Are you a
like
Becky hater, Coach?
No.
Are you a Becky hater?
Okay, let me set this straight. I love Becky Lynch. I just want her back on the regular roster. Like that's just me.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. Like
Just
no,
asking.
because to my point, they're talking about, well, who's a credible star to knock off Rhea. Like let's really, you know, let's get Becky back in the main roster, like so we can, you know, give Rhea some more credible opponents. I get that's only angle I'm coming from. Yeah, so but she did what she's supposed to do.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, she did what she was supposed to do. You know, obviously, you know, carrying it forward, she got her reign. She built, you know, to our point, point a couple weeks ago, our show a couple weeks ago. She did build up some stars, some future stars, rather than bury them. So I'll give her credit for that.
Well, the thing is, like to Griff's point, the buildup of Lyra and the storyline behind it, like
that was beautiful.
We actually cared about it. Like it was like, okay, like that makes sense that they're now gonna go at it, like protege, you know, whatever. That makes sense. The Tiffany Stratton thing, it happened so fast to where this isn't a storyline that Tiffany's on. Tiffany could have done the thing that Becky's doing, right? Like I think she's gifted enough in the ring to put on good matches. Yes, she needed to go through the thing with Becky Lynch to get better, but it was like it just happened so fast that it caught us off guard. We cared about Lyra because they made us care. And so that's and Coach, I'm with you. I would like to see her back up on the main roster because there's still some people that she needs to interact with up there. So I'd like to see that as well. Griff?
No, I absolutely agree. Definitely, it's time for her to get back up, and then I believe that they are trying to save her from Rhea too, and this not be, we seen it, with Rhea and Seth had their segment on Monday, We don't know where that can lead to the point where like she can interfere in that too, and like, hey, back off my husband. You know what I'm saying? That could be like we talked about Charlotte and Bianca. That could be like that one moment that start
Good point.
that storyline going down the road too. So I think there's a few more people. I won't rush the Becky and Rhea if that's their plan going into Mania or go into Elimination Chamber. I know Elimination Chamber going to be a big one too in Australia too. You know, that's her backyard. So
Yeah.
that's going to be
true.
her
Good point.
WrestleMania before
Good point.
WrestleMania if you think about it. So
Right.
you got Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and Mania in Philly, 3 big events. So I think they should not rush it if that's the plan. Just have Becky continue to roll these storylines, you know, feud with maybe Nia Jax. And technically, I would like to see her feud with Nia Jax. Nope. And I know how y'all feel about Nia Jax. Here's the reason why.
I mean,
Go back into 2019 when she broke her nose. Finish that story off. You know what I'm saying? And then that will catapult her to being that contendership going to Rhea.
Re-break her nose and let's get this started again. That's right.
Yeah.
Punch her in her shit. Let's get it going.
Do the man. Right, do the man.
But hey, but you know what though? Kudos to Nia in a sense because that flipped that switch and made her the man though, low key.
literally what Brian just said. Like that's what got her hot. So like she owes her something. So
great point, Wise, man. Great point, Wise, man.
If it wasn't for that shot with her up in the stands, like with the blood dripping, like we don't get the main event at Mania. That's for sure. Ronda, I don't think Ronda carries that into the main event.
No, because remember, technically, she posted a main event with Ronda at Survivor Series that week, but because of that nose, they replaced her with Charlotte.
Yeah, they changed the plans.
So that's how Charlotte got involved in all of that.
Going back in time.
I always wondered how Charlotte got just like placed into that. Like I'm here for it, but I just
hey. So while we still on Tuesday night, so I like the funniest part is when I guess Shotzi and the other chick that was hosting, they did the twins from The Shining, and then they was giving Mello the 3rd degree. That shit was fun.
Oh yeah,
that was like they head nods and all that. That was on point. That was pretty fire.
As good as Mello was before, he's starting to take back off with this storyline, and I'm excited to see it. But I was with you, bro. Like I had saw it on Twitter before I had watched it earlier today. So, but it had me cracking up.
Well, they giving everybody giving the 3rd degree, which is that's technically you're right. They're giving them storyline. They're getting them set up to go up to the main roster.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think him and Trick will put on a banger, but obviously that's for future shows. But yeah, I look forward to it.
It's gonna be good, man. Trick still has some other people that he has to go at too. So
that's true.
It's only gonna get better from there. Go ahead, Griff. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, man, real quick, man. Shout out to Mello's girl, Kalani Jordan, who just celebrated her 25th birthday the other day, man. Giving the Ebony Championship Wrestling a shout out on her IG. We appreciate that, and we definitely rocking with you next Tuesday for sure to win that tournament.
Absolutely, bro.
That's right.
Absolutely. But I mean, Lola is still, Lola. But
yeah,
we're pulling for you. We're pulling for you. We're pulling for you. One of the things about NXT, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a lot of women's matches on NXT.
Bro,
I don't know if you guys paid attention to it, but like almost every match was a women's
breakout.
Match.
Women's breakout for sure.
Yeah,
that's good to see. I don't know if that's gonna flip next week because of the second half of Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. That's what it is. Nice. You got Corbin that's going to be lurking around that Mello and Dragunov match for sure. So yeah, that your boy Corbin, I can see it was crazy. I can see him holding this belt sooner than later.
That's right. My boy's going to win the NXT title.
Yeah.
He's going to drop that maybe a week later.
Yeah.
He's going to come back up to the main roster.
The Braun Breaker.
He's going to come back up to the main roster. He's going to win the IC title. He's going to take it from Gunther. Don't worry about it. But don't worry. That's going to send Gunther off to deal with Roman Reigns and all of that situation because that also has to happen.
That's
and
true.
Then from behind, and then, whatever happens out of Gunther and Roman, Baron Corbin's up next, ladies and gentlemen. Burn the ships. Let's go.
Burn the ships.
Burn the ships. Here we go, baby.
Burn the freaking shift.
Brian's calling Roman straight to Roman. Let's go. Drop the NXT title, go straight to the top. I love it. Let's go. Hit the elevator button. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, bruh.
Oh, that's right. Well, so all women's matches is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Now we got on Baron, but yeah, all women's matches, which was kind of dope to me. I actually enjoyed all of the matches.
Dope. Absolutely.
It is dope.
And I enjoyed the women matches on NXT more than I do on the main rosters for some reason. I mean, I think because they not only they get more time, but we're seeing more athletes, like the ones we got on the main roster, they are like wrestling athletes, but the ones we get on NXT, like we say, like Kalani, like she was a volleyball, gymnast. I don't want to get it wrong. I think it's one of the two, but gymnast, yeah. And Tiffany Stratton, gymnast. So you're seeing all these collegiate athletes that, like I alluded to before, that didn't make the pro level, that showing their athleticism at this level and doing different things and having those A1 matches that we don't see on the main roster.
No, absolutely. It's totally different down there. And that's kind of from both sides, right? There are some athletes that are down there that are showing out versus like wrestlers who are, up on the top. I think the person that stands out to me is Natalya, right? Like Natalya is a wrestler. And, and she can put on a good match, but she is definitely not as athletic as those other girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
They got her around as like the matriarch of the, of the women's, like, give it a role model, being a good role model around the locker room.
I'm sure she's doing some training down there too, right? Like,
so they're using her. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted Natalya to go away for a little bit ago, but I kind of understand. I'm just being real talk. But I understand the role that she's. I understand what she's doing.
Nope, you're absolutely right. There was a time I was like, why are we getting another Natalya match? Like,
yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, she's sticking to her roots, to the Hart Foundation roots. I mean, obviously honoring her dad, but like, okay, you can still do something different. You can still evolve, like change it up.
She's tried though. Like she's tried to go heel. She's tried to go face, right? It's just
it's tough. It's tough.
She's not good at either one. That's wild. How are you not good at either? Like you can't be a face or a heel. I can't believe in you on either level. That's wild.
That's just as bad as your boy Ray.
You can't convince. No. Like at least Ray is like a good heel, like a good face, like forever a face. But like he's a good face, right? Like I can believe in an underdog, right? But like Natalya, you can't convince me either way to like root for you. And not just Natalya. That's like that. There's some people that are like struggling to get people to root for them, and that's wild to me. Especially like Natalya, who's been in wrestling for so long. It's like sure she has her like Natalya faithful, but there's never been a run where it's like everybody's on Natalya's side. Let's go, Natalya. Yeah. Like you can do it. Like Zelina Vega got that pop, right? Like when she was in Puerto Rico. Everybody was on board with that. We knew she wasn't gonna do it because it was Rhea, but everybody was on board with that. And it's like you can't get like how can you? I don't know.
While we here on Zelina though, like is she one that I mean should be in title contention? I mean, I understand there's a lot of power with EO right now. You got Becky in the way, you got Charlotte in the way, Bianca, and you got Rhea. But should Zelina be in that title picture? Because I still feel like she can. And then like I felt bad for her because you went and gave her the Queen of the Ring, and all of a sudden, no, we doing the 24/7.
I can't wait for our viewers to see that one. I cannot wait for our viewers to see that one, Wise man. Hey, Griff. To be honest, speaking to your question, EO just lost all credibility with her title run with me Friday night because of Bayley. Okay, hear me out on this. Bayley, maybe because I don't know what this deal is with Bailey. Bailey is just get the hell out the way and let her do her thing. That's the only reason I'm talking.
Well,
Like when only thing I'm saying, win a match on your freaking own. Okay. So right.
Montay, since Jackie had difficulties last night in the production meeting, this is the perfect time to bring the question up now from last night.
Okay.
And the wise man said, save it. So here we go.
Or we gotta wait to get the power rankings first, right?
No. We here with Bailey. Cause this is the perfect time.
Man, screw Bailey with a sand.
Hold on. Here we go.
What's
Jackie,
happening
right. I play devil's advocate with this one too. Now, let's talk about the 4 horsewomen.
Oh, okay.
Should Alexa Bliss be a 5th horsewoman, part of the 4 horsewomen, or should she feel disrespected for not being in that group? Now we on here with Bailey. Because remember what I said about Bailey last night, but Wiseman said, hold it. Bailey had 62 matches this year. She won 5 out of 57, out of the 62. So she's 5 and 57 this year.
Are you saying that Alexa Bliss should be a 4 horsewoman over Bailey?
I'm not technically saying that. I guess what I'm saying and asking is, since we here in 2023, I know 2014, 15, 16, we were all 4 horsewomen. But now we here later and looking at their careers, I kind of like having like a 50-50 mind bot, like, wait a minute, because now we really think about it, let's talk about Charlotte. Charlotte is a great athlete, but we all know because of her name, she got the push out of everybody. Becky and Lexa really worked for theirs patiently and got theirs the right way, right? And I think reason Bailey was in that conversation because she was the hugger, she was the big baby face, and like we see with LA Knight, she's getting the push from the crowd that got her catapulted, where Alexa and Becky, they really had to go through some stuff to get to the catapult. So I'm not saying Alexa should be in there. I guess like just asking you guys, how do y'all feel about that? Like here we are years later and looking at their careers. Can that be readjusted, or should that 4 horsewoman stay? Can it be a 5th horsewoman, or should Alexa Bliss feel some type of way? Like I should be part of that conversation too.
I think they're separate ladders. I think the 4 horsewomen were called the 4 horsewomen because they were together so much, right? Like they did.
Yeah, I was thinking friendships.
They did the 4 thing. They had their 2 friendships and then their interactions, or like their commingling, right? Alexa Bliss was doing the Buddy Murphy thing, was with that group, and so they were on a different track. That's not to say that Alexa Bliss is not as good, is not just as good as those other girls, because I think she should be in the conversation. Should she be considered a 4 horsewoman? No, because that's a different vibe for a different reason, right? Like, and I don't think we get those 4 horsewomen if Charlotte's not a part of that conversation and her dad's not a part of the originals, right? I don't think we get that. I think they're all on their separate things, but because of that, they're now like interconnected forever. That's not to say that Carmella, that's not to say, Alexa Bliss, Bianca now, like all of those names, they are arguably on the same tier as those other girls. It's just they had a different ladder to get to where they're going.
Yeah, Rhea, don't forget Rhea.
We could go down the list. We can go down the list and make names, right? Like, but I agree with you. She should definitely be a part of the conversation because she's just as good, if not, not better than 1 or 2, right? Because Alexa Bliss can talk, Alexa Bliss can wrestle. I might take some hit on the internet for that, but she can go enough to be a part of the conversation. Is what I'm saying.
Out of the 4, I got her better and just as good as Bailey. Out of the four.
If not. Like Bailey's on a run right now. And to answer your question about the you said 5 for 40, whatever. The person who took just as many losses on the men's side is now the world heavyweight champion.
That
because
is
remember, Seth
Yeah,
Rollins
that's
went.
true.
Seth Rollins went through a year where it was like loss after loss
Loss
after
and
loss
loss.
after loss, and it was like,
And
when is
then,
he ever going to win again? And
That's
now
true.
now he's
Cody
being
return.
rewarded.
And then
Yeah,
got a
right.
Cody
Like,
return to WrestleMania.
right. Think about that. Like, he had all of those bad, like not bad matches. He had all of those losses.
Yeah,
And
he
it
had
was
a
like
rough
loss
year.
after loss after loss. And it's like Vince was like, here you go. Here's Cody. And you're gonna take 3 more, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know. So, but to say that, like, now he is the world heavyweight champion, right? So I don't know if we're gonna like
paid off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I think at some point Bayley, like that's their stick right now. Like she has to take some losses. Like she's a heel. Like Brandon, you want her to get out of the way for EO to have like a great run.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
EO's not gonna have a great run with this because it's a heel run, right? Like think about it. If she was a face and did everything clean and like was able to do all of her moves, like that would be totally different. But because she's in a heel way, like there has to be some type of like. Yeah, there has to be some evil ways to it. So yeah.
I was just like I was looking at their dynamic because EO just eat this thing between EO and Bayley. Like, I mean, don't be shocked if they have a breakup down the road because EO keep asking like, I don't need your help. I think that's what I'm talking about. I'm playing on that more so. Because EO keeps saying like, Bayley, I don't need you, and she keep getting in the way and like and making sure the straps stay on her. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Like, what's her real ammo? Like, are you keeping the strap on her so you can eventually try to take it? So that's kind of what I was,
That's a great storyline though, right?
Good,
like,
no doubt. Yep.
Like I don't want Damage Control to break up because there's not enough interaction with that, right? Like, there's no other faction on that side, is there?
Nope. Not at all.
Like we need more.
We need more
women.
Women faction. Women.
Yeah, we need more women factions so that whole group can interact, right? Like they tried to force it with Alexa Bliss, Bianca, and Asuka. And it was like,
that wasn't even a faction at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was just forced. But that's kind of how I feel about Cody, Sammy, Kevin Owens, and Jay at the time. Like it's like, I want to root for all of these guys individually, not together.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Right.
And speaking of losing streak, go ahead. He on the losing streak right now. And
who is?
Jay.
Who
Jay.
Is? Jay?
Oh, my boy Jay.
You mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And I don't understand the booking, but again, if we're gonna have him lose, just say Jey Uso. Let's take that main event away right now and just say Jey Uso. If we gonna start winning, start putting main event in front of that. No, I'm serious. Y'all know my bro, but I gotta be real. I love Jay. I love the Usos.
I'm clapping because you're getting off the bed.
My boy coming off of there angry too. Like take the main event shit off. Don't call him main event no more. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Samantha, get it together. Don't call him that no more.
Samantha, just say from the Isle of Samoa or San Francisco, Jey Uso. Let's just no more main event right now.
Griff, this is what we tried to get you to see 3 episodes ago.
We know.
So
he ain't do shit. He ain't did nothing. My boy came out and did this, and y'all wanted to put him. Y'all wanted to put him at the top. He came out and did this. Y'all wanted to put him at the top of the power rankings.
Last guy out there.
Last kickoff show, Jay.
Let's go. Yes.
Oh, man. Kickoff show.
Hey, Jay, we love you, bro, but come on.
Don't call him main event no more. Don't call him that. Take that off his name. It's just Jay. He came out. He said it's just him and it's just Jay. Don't call him main event no more.
Man, bro, like
boy got off that bandwagon angry.
Hey, I know you pinned your cousin. I know you pinned your cousin and snapped his streak, but dog, that's like 4 months ago. That's the last pinfall I saw you have, bro. We need some more. Yeah, you and Cody won, but Cody got the pinfall.
Welcome to the right side, Griff. Welcome to the right side, Griff. We've been trying
so hard to talk this man.
We still the one, bro. But right now I'm suspending and reprimanding main event right now. Just Jey
Good
Uso.
job. Good job.
Jay. There you go.
This man is filing a formal complaint with the Jey Uso fan club. Like,
Before
can we
move,
get a win? Can we get a win? Can we do something? Like, can we do something here?
Since we're talking about streaks, since we're talking about streaks, before we go move into power rankings, I'm glad our boys came out with a win against the LWO. So,
Anyway, I'll say that for the tag team power rankings because I was going to say
it's a good segue. It's a good segue.
No comment right now. No comment. I need more. No more comment right now.
There's a picture on the internet that I love, and it's just a black and white picture, and it's like a stick figure drawing, and the guy has a stick in his hand, and he's poking at something, and the caption says "Do something."
Are you gonna do something? Yep.
And it's normally poking at like whatever is happening.
Yeah.
I want him poking the stick at these three, like do something. Like I know we got the win, but like.
Yes,
I agree. It's everything that we fantasy booked that Triple H is not executing.
We're right there. We're
there.
So close.
They just don't want to pull the trigger. It goes into the conversation.
One more tweak, Triple H.
It goes into the serious conversation that we had to end last week's show. I don't know what they're afraid of, but it's something to do with that, fellas. I don't want to look at it through that lens, but it's something up.
Could you imagine? Because like
these are 3 stars, bro. 3 stars dripping with charisma, and they don't know. And they like, come on. And
could
they
you
don't want to
imagine
pull the trigger.
Like seeing those 3 with all the belts that the Bloodline had, and I know like we the ones for sure, and like they are brothers and everything like that. But like Bobby and them, like seeing like darker complexion brothers holding these titles, and like that's the vision that I have in my mind, and so like I know like we're gonna get to that sooner or later, and like but my mind is like, oh, we are so close to just doing the thing. It is like I want the black guys holding the titles. Right. That's what I want. And that's and that's not to say that I don't want other people like other races or whatever to hold titles. But man,
it's our time. It's their time. We just looking at it from a pure wrestling fan standpoint.
Give me the titles.
Give me the titles, right?
I mean, let's look at the profits. Like, how many? 2021 and 2022? How many matches and PLEs they main evented with the Usos and lost every tag team match? Like, there were so many. Like 90% of their matches, they were like right there. It just was like
only in horseshoes and
trip off the rope and the Uso splash that won it. But I mean, it was like 6-7 PLEs that they won every one, but they was like close every single. The one at SummerSlam when they was in Tennessee, I think last year, when they had Jeff Jarrett the referee, I literally thought Profit was going to snap it, and I don't know. I mean, I don't understand like what it is. I mean, they like Dawkins, they like Lashley, and they like Tez.
I think Dawkins was holding them back. But to your point, Griff, real quick, and I'll let you in here, Jackie. I think remember there was a time where they were teasing that split. Yeah, so I think Dawkins was holding them back, that initial success. But yeah, go ahead, Jackie.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like I thought at one point he was supposed to go like on a singles situation. And then now they're throwing him now into like this trio situation, which I'm cool with. Coach, I don't think he was holding him back because he could be a single within that group. Like we've seen, we've seen singles runs, with somebody as their manager and things like that. So it can happen. It's just like when, where, like what.
Right.
Stop teasing it. Like they teased a heel run a while back, and then it didn't work. And then now then they went back face for a few minutes, and then now they're with Bobby, and it's like it's up and down. And to your point, Griff, like they've gotten so close to doing the thing, and they just haven't done the thing yet, right? And like, and they've had title success, but it's like this could be so much bigger. I guess that's what we're thinking.
I think and before we move on, I guess are they one mouthpiece or one person away? I know we talked about Bianca. I know we talked about Jay, but I think they're going a different direction with both of them.
MVP.
But is an MVP almost like the missing piece to that group as well too?
Ditch Omos as far as we can ditch him in NXT until he figure it out.
Don't ditch him.
I'm being funny.
No,
I'm being
don't
facetious.
ditch him. That's another asset.
Bring him with MVP. Don't let him say shit. Let him wrestle. But to your MVP is that mouthpiece, Griff. Oh, I'm
yeah,
hoping,
but
hoping.
For me, like, yes, Griff, I agree with you. Like they're one piece away,
Right,
but every time we add a piece, I see like it drifting away, like Thanos just snapped his finger. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I see the probability of it happening going down, from there every time we add a piece. And it's like, wait, like this is getting shaky every time we make a move, right? Yeah. And it's like, so yes, I do think that they're one piece away because Bobby can't do the talking, but Bobby's the leader of the situation right now. Right. And if we're being honest, like Montez probably should be the mouthpiece and say the things, but he's a follower of the situation, so he can't. And so now like they're handcuffing themselves in the sense that somebody should be talking, but one person can't, and then the one person can't. Right. So it's like But then like every time we add a piece, this gets on shaky ground.
Let me throw this in here then. What if we get to a point where they get tired of Lashley, attack Lashley, and MVP move Lashley out the way, be the piece for the Profits?
I think we've seen that song and dance before, though.
Did we?
I'm good with it.
Last year, I mean, no. It happened last year after Mania. When Bobby
with who though?
MVP and Bobby. They did that.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm talking about MVP from a tag team standpoint. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with it, but all it does is just pushes them back into tag team purgatory, right?
True.
Like this doesn't elevate them, right? Like because now you don't have a world title contender, right? Like at least Bobby's the world title contender, and it puts some legitimacy into the group. But like with just them and MVP, it's just like having a mouthpiece for a tag team at that point. It's like, why do I care?
Now I think about it, I think wherever they're doing, they need to find it and get that threshold because, again, here's another good contender opponent before we go into this WrestleMania for Roman as well, too. So, I mean, look at the names. We talked about Seth earlier. Last year's definitely a good opponent for him as well too going forward. Oh no,
ain't gonna do nothing but what was the one where the black dude was just beating up crackers? What was we need those, we need that Teddy Long back. We need that Teddy Long back. I'm gonna take this brother, beat up this cracker, and I don't know how we got here, WWE, but okay. Yeah.
What the Undertaker?
Now, bring back GM Teddy Long for sure.
Yes.
Bring back GM Teddy Long for sure. I'll take that.
He did it with the head. 1-on-1 with the Undertaker.
Bring back heel Teddy Long. I mean, bring back that Teddy Long.
Yeah, that's the mouthpiece. Good job. Yeah, good one, Wise, man. Good one, Wise, man.
All right, fellas. Let's go ahead and attack this power rankings.
Favorite part of the show.
I don't know how this became a staple, but here we are, man. Let's go
right now, bro.
I don't know how we got here. Here we go. All right, man. So everything's up on the screen. You guys had some movements that you had in mind. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Bronson going 1-on-1 this week against our boy. What was he doing? Tozawa, Brent, Jackie.
That's all we do at the gym now. We don't actually lift weights no more. Straight to Zawa mode. We don't actually lift weights no more.
Yep.
Bronson still is strong. Yeah, that Tozawa was basically his rest week because he had a good banger with Gunther. So that was basically.
Wait, Brian, you putting Tozawa at number 1? Tozawa jumps to power rankings. Okay, yeah, all right, cool.
Hey,
He come from 200 to 1. He go from the unknown to number 1.
Yo,
He go from He go from the 24/7 to 24/7.
Yo, remember when Tozawa was a ninja, bro? Like, what? We've come a long way, Tozawa. We've come a long
He's
way.
still around.
Hey, he's
Big
still
fan,
the
Tozawa.
one
Big
that
fan.
survived. Hey, him and Cedric, the one that survived.
Bro, they keep creeping by, bro. How does this happen?
Hey, wasn't he
Tozawa,
another
what are you doing backstage, bro?
Wasn't he another 205 live dude? I know we getting off track here, but another 205.
Probably.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, okay.
What a time. 205 live.
great,
That could have been something great.
Yeah.
That's
That
great.
could have been something great.
I miss those. Actually, I might put them up one day on the network, man, and recap and watch those again. That was dope.
You'll go back and watch the king of the cruiser, right? The cruisers, right?
Yeah.
Enzo Amore.
Oh Lord.
Trash.
What's the other cat dude?
Trash.
Neville?
Nah, he wasn't the king, bro.
No.
He was the king, but nah, it was definitely Enzo, bro.
Hey, real deal.
Oh,
hey, they played Neville though. Neville had the look though, and he was solid.
Neville was that guy.
He was that guy.
Neville's matches in NXT with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, some bangers.
Those matches slapped.
Yes, sir.
Those matches slapped.
For sure.
We should go back and watch those. Like, everybody go back and watch one of those matches, and let's talk about it. Yeah, let's.
Topic for winning. Yeah, but Bronson stays put. To our point, Jackie, I'm gonna continue to endorse Bronson. They setting them up right. They gotta get him. I don't know. They gotta find. I don't know. Obviously, he's not gonna make the crown jewel card, but hopefully, he finds some work. Maybe getting on the Raw team for War Games. So.
War Games.
They saving him for probably Elimination Chamber because that's another one that's in his backyard too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
the 9 spot.
I'm looking at Rhea jumping to 5 under Seth.
Yeah,
LA Knight stays number 6
she put
under Rhea, and Shinsuke will go number 7, and the rest look the same to me.
She put on some strings. Rhea doing some work.
The top 4 don't need to change this week.
All right.
I think the top 4 is good, but I think Rhea can go 5, LA Knight can go 6, Shinsuke can bump to 7, then EO, Jimmy, and Bronson still stay where they at.
Okay. I actually agree with that. That actually makes sense to me. Rhea has done enough to definitely jump.
Move up. Yep.
Dominic Mysterio is going up next week. Against Nathan
what's his
Frazier.
face? Nathan, yeah.
And
Frazier,
I know we doing prediction spoilers and all of that later, but I think Dom loses.
Mm.
I see it happening. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It just I don't know why, but I see him losing that and now bouncing back up to like doing stuff like mainly on Raw. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. It to me it just makes sense. Sorry, I don't know why.
Okay,
I couldn't tell you. But I guarantee you. I guarantee you when he loses, I'm gonna be loud as hell. I promise.
My
I'm gonna be loud.
my credible opponent of knocking him off is because he's mingling. He's Dragon Lee. Let's not forget about Dragon Lee either. But
he up on Raw or SmackDown now, right?
That's right. Dragon Lee just got moved up, didn't he? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, not to say that he won't do the thing that you're saying. I'm just confirming he got moved up, right?
Yeah. I was thinking, I thought they were kind of using them back and forth. So so.
Oh no! I'm not saying that he can't take Dom's title. All I'm saying is like he got moved up recently, right? Like I'm just confirming that point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
All right. So I was saying, okay. So Griff, you're saying Gunther 1, Dominic 2, Roman 3, Seth 4, Rhea 5, LA Knight 6, Shinsuke 7, EO 8, Jimmy 9, Bronson Reed 10.
While we talking about I'm gonna give LA Knight a little bit more credit. I did some more homework. I didn't realize he put in that much work. That wherever he's in his old promotions, I didn't realize that he always been fire on the mic.
Yeah, you're not on social media.
I'm
That's
giving him
right.
more credit. Yeah. Well, my social media is freaking, my phone and just reading YouTube, of course. But But I'm gonna give him more credit for his work that he did back in the day. So
absolutely, bro. Like, he's been legit. But the thing is, like, they want to discredit him for being an Attitude Era guy. But it's like, like if y'all were to cut promos, y'all would sound exactly like that.
Yep,
true.
Because y'all would sound exactly like that because y'all are that age. Y'all are like that's the nostalgia that y'all grew up on. Like y'all would sound exactly like that. And so like he's been meant in like the hustle. So
I didn't realize he was grinding like that.
And
all right, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Coach is giving up some credit. We got it. Like that's big. That's big, ladies and gentlemen. That's big.
I was gonna add to that too. I found a picture that was surfing too, LA Knight, and he was like one of the police or security officers during CM Punk tirade too in WWE. At one point in time, I didn't even know that. I said, "Oh, okay." It was him, and I forgot who the other one was, Finn Balor or somebody. But yeah, he was around too. Oh, what's the other guy over at AEW? MJF. They were all like security. Those fake security officers when they do them segments and stuff back in the day. But
Samoa Joe slapped him out the way when he was coming out that one time.
Right.
Hit that man in the chest so hard, bro. That reminds me of the time that Big E hit AJ Lee in the chest when he was coming out. Do y'all remember that?
Oh man!
Like Big E was coming out and was like doing his thing. Yeah, and he like swung like too far. and caught AJ Lee in the chest. She ate it, but everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
everybody thought for sure he caved her shit in because.
She was dead, bro.
He hit her so hard. And you remember, like, Big E was, like, into it. And that man hit her with that elbow in the chest.
And she ready. Hey, remember when he first came out, we used to always do this?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
he get into it, bro.
He was hitting hard, too. Like,
me and Griff used to do that. And we see female out there. If we be at some spot, you get ready.
Yeah, bro.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, man. Let's turn it to now the tag team. We haven't updated these in a while, so these are gonna look
nice.
Just a tad bit different.
Okay.
I'm ready for this one.
All right.
I'm ready for this one.
Some things need to change here.
A lot need to change.
Wow. I didn't realize. Wow, I didn't realize the state of the WWE tag teams until I looked at this. This is
who goes. The two questions is who gonna take this first, and who gonna take this one first.
Oh man, damn! The Profits gotta go.
It's so bad.
No, not really.
Wait. Hold on.
It's hard to say that they have to go, but at the same time, like Alpha Academy took a L.
Yeah. Imperium now they would DIY and feuding with DIY now.
Yeah, and that's gonna bang when it actually does.
Yeah, when it happens,
not to say that this is affecting the power rankings, but that's gonna bang when it does happen.
I'm just gonna say this. Hey, I'm ready for all the smoke. I get Cody and Jay out of there, and I will put Theory and Waller up there. Actually, I had them literally probably under the Judgment Day.
Okay.
You wasn't gonna get no smoke until you said you was gonna put him up at number 2. I was good with you. I was on board until you said you was putting him up at number 2.
Yeah,
I don't know if they jumped that high, nigga. Like,
hey, Griff, we good with
settle down.
We good
settle down.
I'm so smart, man.
We get them on the list.
No, Steve.
Seriously. They have put in some work, though. They have put in some work.
They not putting up Tozawa numbers though. Like, let's relax, okay? Like, let's But no. To your point, Griff,
They put in the work.
Yeah,
They should
they
be in
actually
there, though.
have, and we had them on the list in the top 10. They're just not on this
Yeah.
5. So I'm good with that. It's just where. And this is why we had a top 10, because this is where it's going to start to get murky, because now everybody's active, right?
Yeah.
Like there was a lull in the tag team division for a minute where there was not much happening from a tag standpoint, where like Gable was off like doing his own thing. Imperium wasn't being featured at all. Viking Raiders was doing something with just Kofi at one point. So now things are starting to get murky because they're actually getting some action going. So my question is do we go back to a 10 from this situation? Or do we keep it a 5 and just try to like muscle our way through this?
I'm up for 5. What you got, Montay?
I'm up for 5. You know, it's more entertaining if we muscle through it.
Bet. Let's go.
Yeah.
So do the Street Profits come all the way out? Do we feel like, okay, because they did get a win, but do we think that they've done enough to convince us to root for them more than the other teams?
They don't even have.
Is that what I want to say?
They don't have an identity as a trio, let alone a tag teams. So let's go ahead and let's move them down for now for this week.
All right. So the Street Profits come completely out. Is there anybody else that comes completely out?
Cody and Jay,
you said. Yeah, Cody and Jay, you said. So let's go ahead and pull them out
they're
as
singles now, so they're no longer a tag team.
Yeah,
they're
doing a single thing now. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we got Judgment Day. We can probably slide up to number 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Great.
for sure. Yep.
And then this is where things start to get crazy.
Imperium.
Yeah, I agree.
They won that match, right?
It was only Giovanni, right? It was only Giovanni.
So they haven't tagged. Yeah. Your boy.
That would be the only reason I would leave.
Pretty Deadly is back in the building.
Yeah,
that's
comical. Boy.
That's comical. That's comical.
I love
it.
They
is, man. They is.
Yes, boy. Let's go. I love them. Now they haven't done anything, but they're back. They get it. So let's Judgment Day. Alpha Academy lost.
New Day comes in now.
Yeah, New Day has to hop up as well. In. So are those the two that we replace? Waller
those are your two.
A-Town Down Under and New Day.
And New Day comes on. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at Judgment Day. We're looking at Alpha Cat or Imperium or Alpha Academy.
I go Imperium.
Okay. Judgment Day, Imperium, Alpha Academy, New Day, A-Town Down Under.
Sound good to me. I'm with that.
Okay. All right.
That was 5? That sounded like that was 6. That was 5?
That was 5.
Okay.
Judgment Day.
That's 5.
I was reading them. Okay.
Judgment Day, Imperium, Alpha Academy, New Day, A-Town Down Under.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because although A-Town Down Under is moving up and they winning, New Day needed that, and also they had a more classic, longer match that went the right way, so they should go above A-Town Under. So yeah,
instead of them cheap ass Xavier roll ups all the time.
Man, right?
That annoys my soul. Man.
That's like his finisher, isn't it?
Like it's finisher. Like I'm like, what?
That's like his finisher. Like it's named like it's not the honor roll, but it's something.
It's called the honor roll. It's called the honor roll.
No, the honor roll is something different. Honor roll is something different. But it like his like roll up is like the move.
Oh, backwoods.
Backwoods. That's what it is. Yeah, I knew it had something to do with some rolling. So, gentlemen, round of applause, man. That's the fastest we've gotten through the power rankings in a while, man. That's good stuff.
I'm sure our viewers probably want us to argue some more, but go watch last week's episode.
Go somewhere else for arguments. We ain't gonna argue. We're just gonna have a good time discussing.
Exactly. Go watch Housewives of Atlanta so y'all want to do that. No, it's teasing.
All right, man. We're going to shift gears. Let me get to my notes here. We're going to shift gears now to my favorite topic. I always enjoy these. Spoilers, predictions, and hot takes. I got it, B. Got it. Here we go. Spoilers, predictions, and hot takes. Spoilers, something everyone knows is going to happen. This is like, we already know this is going to get down.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Predictions, something that you believe is going to happen. And most people will agree with you. Most of the internet, let's say half and half. And then we're going to go hot takes, something that literally only you believe is going to happen. And I'm pretty sure that I am the only one that believes Corbin is going to burn all ships and take the title from Roman Reigns. So that, that's going to be my everlasting hot take. But let's get it started. Who wants to go first, Jits?
Heartbreak Kid.
Let's go with the Texas Ranger first.
You guys are so gentlemanly. You guys are so gentlemanly.
Oh yeah. So my spoiler is something that everybody believes. Well, that we know is going to happen. Did I get that right? I'm just gonna make sure you say the rules.
You're asking. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, I'm like, what are you saying? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yes. Spoiler. Something everyone knows is going to happen.
Spoiler. Okay, gotcha. All right. This may sound crazy, so
are you high or am I? What's happening?
No, I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. No, that's just you.
Oh, what is happening?
Drew strikes a side deal with Judgment Day. Possibly ends up joining the Judgment Day. I'm going to say joining the Judgment Day.
And you believe everybody believes that's going to happen? Interesting. Okay, Griff.
I'm gonna stick with my gun. Just waiting on the day and the hour for the return of the Viper.
You stuck with this.
You holding on
for a
to
while
hope, bro.
now.
You holding on to hope.
I hope it happens for you. I really do. I hope he gives you what you want. I hope he gives you what you want.
It might not be till Philly, but it might not be till Mania 40. But.
Hey, listen, I'm patiently waiting. We supposed to have him, according to Docs, we supposed to have him back by SummerSlam, and we going into Survivor Series. So
that's true.
I'm still holding that hope, but I'm just waiting. Do it right. Come out of nowhere, Randy out of nowhere. So I wanted to come out of nowhere when I least expected. So,
bro, he gonna hit Rhea. He gonna hit Rhea with an RKO in Riyadh.
I believe it.
Over at Clash of the whatever is happening this weekend. What is it? It's not
Crown
Clash
Jewel.
Of the Castle. Crown Jewel. Yeah, he gonna hit Rhea with a RKO at Crown Jewel, bro. Gonna give you what you want. I know that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I need to flip mine. So when it's my turn again, I need to do a flip. I had mine flipped.
This guy.
Go ahead, Jackie.
This guy.
Yeah.
My spoiler, gents, is Jade debuts right into the title picture. And I think she goes after the NXT title first. Just from my heart, yeah.
They had her laid out last night at
and she looked
great.
Good.
Looking
jeez.
Well, bro. Anyway, but if you
good.
But
I was mad during the match. Like, show her more. What are we watching this match for? The hell's going on here? We got the camera on the wrong thing. What are we doing? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come on back.
No, I'm leaning towards the NXT too, because I think last week when it ended, she was on the TV screen and kept doing like this. So, that. Then you roll that big queen chair out like that. Like you ain't doing it on SmackDown. Raw SmackDown, you just appearing, getting into their faces, and then your segment done. But it looks like it's going to be NXT. And again, I like it because you don't know.
So.
Like,
I hope so.
You never know. Like we who's to say she's going to like debut in like the next month, right? Like I'm think back to that press conference that Triple H had when he was saying like, she's gonna debut when she's ready, right? Like, and so to hear that is like, I thought they weren't gonna rush her, but like they've put her on our screen like a lot lately. So they may do the same thing on Raw. Like she may be in the crowd. She may be, it's kind of different when you're at NXT where you can put her kind of in a space where she can kind of sit amongst the people. On Raw, it's kind of different unless you're like right behind the thing. So
she got to be front row.
yeah. I agree, Brian. Like, what is the rush? Like, we'll see her when we see her. But I do think she debuts on NXT and she goes right into the title picture.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we move on to your prediction.
Yeah.
Or your spoiler if you're Coach. Your prediction this time is something you believe is going to happen, and most people will agree with you. And I'm pretty sure most people will agree with the J thing. But here we go.
Most people, agree.
When I say 50-50, most people 50-50.
Okay, so
51-49.
That's what. What everybody believes. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Flip. So what everybody believes is Mello eventually gets found out. That's why I had it flipped. So I'm looking at my notes here. Mello eventually gets found out. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What everybody believes. Okay.
All right, so you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
the first one, Mello gets found out.
So your spoiler is Mello gets found out.
Yes.
Your prediction.
My prediction is Drew. Yeah. Join the Judgment Day.
Gotcha. Okay. Now that makes sense. Okay.
Ooh.
Now I got you. Okay. All right.
I'm going back to my Ghostbusters when Marshmallow Man came out and they said, what? It just popped up in there. So here's one that's going to be very interesting. Sami Zayn cost Team Raw at Survivor Series by turning on Jay, and they're going to start their little storyline before Jay transitions to Jimmy.
That's actually good. That's good. That's very good.
Okay. You've been asking for the Sami heel turn for a while now.
But the tension is there. It's there. It's ready. It's ready. So that's valid, bro. Good job.
He does have to atone for all the things that he's done, and I don't know if Sammy's the guy to give it to do that, but yeah, I can see them feuding at some point. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Mine is Damian Priest cashes in at Survivor Series. Sorry.
Okay, that's legit. That's good.
Damian Priest cashes in at Survivor Series. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. This is how I feel today, gentlemen. I don't know why it's coming, but it's coming. So yeah, Damian Priest cashes in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you got to free up Seth sometime, as we said earlier in the show. Seth got to be freed up going to the one of Roman.
Wait a minute, just popped in there again. So since there's a deal between the Bloodline and Judgment Day, what if that's a secret plan that Heyman Roman got to get back at Seth for cashing in on Roman taking his opportunity at Mania 31, and Roman bust a deal and have Dane take it out of Seth after they match. If it goes that way.
Oh, that's totally right. Yeah. That could,
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
I see that they're like doing a lot of like quote unquote deals lately, right? Like all those factions trying to work together and trying to sift through the mess and all of that. And I like that. Like it's intriguing, right? Like it's bringing more eyes to the situation.
Keeps you coming back every week, which is all they want.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would like to see less Judgment Day Cody and them in the main event. Like give me some other matches, but
yes, I agree. Tired of that.
Some other matches.
What was that crazy stat you put in the chat? How many times that they've been in the
I didn't even count it, bro.
Crazy.
It was just like so many. It was the main event for like so many different weeks straight, and some iteration of it, right? And that's probably why, like Fastlane, we were like, "All right, bro, this again, right?" Like,
yeah,
real. We had seen it so many times.
Same song and dance, same song and dance.
And I was like, now like it's starting to change, and that's good, but it's just like, same thing.
Well, the first domino that had to drop was Sammy and KO losing the belt. and then that, got it.
KO leaving.
Got us going in the
KO
right.
leaving
KO
was big.
leaving SmackDown freed it up too. Yep.
Mm-hmm. KO leaving was big.
Yep.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Now we're on the hot takes.
Hot take.
This is something that literally only you believe.
I'm gonna go a step forward, as Triple H says that when she's ready. I got, I'm keep thinking about credible opponents. She's money. She's dollar signs. As you said, looking great last night. Jade Cargill comes in and knocks off Rhea.
When?
I would say, well, because she got 3 opponents. I didn't think of when. I haven't thought of when yet.
No pressure. No pressure.
But I'm saying, like, if
no
anybody
pressure.
that can take the belt off of her,
she's gonna take her. Okay.
It's just a matter of when. Yep.
Griff,
that's my hot take. Yep.
Yeah, I heard numerous of things about this here, but again, this is what I believe only, and I still got a gut feeling Big E is going to return, and either him or Brock Lesnar is going to dethrone Gunther and take the Intercontinental belt. But I'm kind of split between both because Brock never won the Intercontinental Championship, and we still haven't seen that match yet. And I know we got a couple teases this year, especially at the Rumble. But I got a gut feeling if it's not Brock, Big E going to make a big surprise return and be the one to dethrone and win the IC belt off of Gunther. And it's going to be not a match. It's going to be like a quick, maybe
match.
less than a minute match.
Squash match?
Yeah.
I did hear that his neck was healing up. I don't know where I think I read it somewhere. That is, his neck is, I think it might be like a Daniel Bryan Edge type story. So at least we hope.
You're saying the Gunther and Big E is going to be a squash match?
Yeah, I think Big E returns. It's going to be probably like no more than a minute or two. Couple big suplexes. I mean, because when he returned, the crowd going to be so hyped, energetic.
It's going to be
Big E going to be going nuts. So it's going to be a couple bounce up the ropes, couple suplexes, and the big Big E finish, big ending. That's it. Gunther ain't gonna be able to catch his breath real quick. It happens so quick. And normally, if you think about it, most champions that have the longer streaks, they always end up turning the belt over by quick matches.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
that's years of watching WWE. That's a WWE way.
Honky Tonkin Ultimate Warrior. There you go.
Right. The wise man. At it again.
Diesel and Bob Backlund.
I don't know.
Jesus, man.
Hey, viewers, I don't know if we can put that one out. But that's
bro. What is wrong with you, bro? Like,
bro. Stop.
That's gotta be the funniest one he said in a long time. So
I'm definitely not repeating that one.
I don't know if our viewers can see that one.
I hate you.
That stays in here.
Bruh.
Bro.
Oh my God. No, you can't have a hot take, bro. No, you can't have a hot take. No, you cannot.
No.
Anyway, bro.
Let's see after that.
That's funny as shit, though. I'm sorry. I support you saying it. I just can't put it on the screen. That's funny as shit. I just can't put it on the screen. Just know we are definitely best friends, and I support everything you do right now.
Oh my God.
Anyway, my hot take,
bro.
My hot take. I'm actually gonna play the long game with this one, and this may not happen like right away, but this is like a long time prediction. My hot take is Chris Jericho comes back to WWE and retires from WWE. When he is like done and like has his final match, it's gonna be in WWE.
Wow.
It's gonna be in WWE. I think
you definitely only believe that for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is just me.
That's what
But
it's
I think
for.
that's
yeah,
what it's
I
for.
just
Yeah.
think that I don't know why. It's just like I think he respects the WWE situation. I know he loves AEW, and I know he respects that. But I know that like he understands that it's the pinnacle of what it is, right? Yeah, like come back with the list, put everybody on the list, and like let's go, right? But yeah, I think he retires from WWE. I'm just throwing that one out there.
Mm.
I'm gonna write that one down, put it on my put it on
That's a
my
good
vision
one, bro.
board and
That's a
everything,
good
and
one.
that's gonna
That's
happen.
a good one.
Thanos was right.
That's a good one.
Indeed, he was, bro. How y'all gotta go?
Oh man.
All right, boys. I those are some takes. Let's just say that. Let's switch it now to our struggle of the day, and let's talk the tag team Mount Rushmore. And
A lot of homework being done for this one.
may the odds ever be ever in your favor, because what? It's really hard. It's really hard to narrow
very
that down
hard.
to
Very hard.
the four. And my question was like, are they a tag team? Does this count? Or does
Yeah.
they were a tag team at one point? That's wild. What was that for? You know, like that was my conversation of the whole day. So
Yeah.
Griff, go ahead and kick it off. Coach kicked off the predictions, so go ahead and kick it off,
Ooh.
Griff. Yeah, no, you knew it was coming.
All right, yeah. So here we go. And again, only one honorable mention. No, that's what we're doing. We're sticking to one honorable mention.
No,
But
none
before I go
of your
forward,
10 Griff picks.
hey, hey, before our viewers, before I start, let me just throw a disclaimer out there. Like Jackie said, like Montay said, like we said earlier, this is a challenge. If you really are into wrestling and tag team and different eras and different genres, this is like one of the most difficult things. Some tag teams I'm about to say, you're probably going to say, oh, you left them out. How dare you? That's okay. Because again, we're talking about Mount Rushmore, meaning there's only four and maybe an honorable mention. So maybe that Barack Obama is the honorable mention that we're going to put on that Rushmore. So I'm going to kick off with my honorable mention. This was tough between 4 and 5 because we allow one honorable mention. Speaking of Barack Obama, I'm putting my honorable mention as the Harlem Heat.
Ah. Okay.
And this was
Nice.
a tough one because at number 4, it was a teeter-totter between these two because we got honorable mention. I was able to put Harlem Heat at number 5. But number 4, I got to do it right by putting my boys from Dudleyville in that number 4 spot. Get the tables. Number 3, both of these guys, they were definitely a great tag team. They're very entertaining, especially during the Attitude Era. And right now, we see them doing excellent as single careers. They've been champions, and they're doing their thing in AEW. And I'm talking about Edge and Christian. Number 2, again, going back to the Attitude Era. We talking about promos. We talking about entertainment. We talking about going to the next level. And whoever would have thought we would have seen the Roadie and the Smoking Gun be one of the top premier tag teams of all time. I'm talking about the New Age Outlaws. And finally, my number 1, I came in this business in 1993, 94. My favorite guys at the time was Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, and Diesel. How could we not put the Outsiders as number 1, Hall and Nash? So that is Griff's Mount Rushmore in the honorable mention.
At number 1? Interesting. What makes you put them at number 1?
Couple of reasons, because when they left WWE or WWF at the time, they transitioned and took WCW to a whole nother level and brought more viewers and rating ships to WCW. Then also their chemistry and friendship they had with each other part as a clique, but then taking it to WCW, not only did they put other people over, but they were just a premier powerhouse. They were, with their size, they was able to move. They had great agility, and they were like pretty much over. They transcended the business and took WCW to a whole different level over WWF when they transitioned and went over there and started the whole NWO, which was a game changer for us, during that era and that time too, it then made us look at more tag team wrestling than one-on-one wrestling.
Okay.
And along Dr. Rey Mysterio.
That's my favorite part about them the whole time. Throw that man through the production studio.
Bro.
All right, Coach, give us your 5, I guess. Give us your honorable mention plus. Let's go.
Yeah, the thing that I thought long and hard today, obviously, but I had to. When you think about GOATs, and they end up on this mountain, you gotta accolades and stats. Is where I base mine off of. Errors for sure, but mine is just more accolades and stat based. So, my honorable mention for my tag team Mount Rushmore, I'm gonna start with always paying tribute to the OGs, the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom. Obviously, their resume speaks for himself. Obviously, the height of their pinnacle of their career. Obviously, in the WCW days, 27 different title reigns. The Bruiser style had one of the craziest finishes that I always loved. Everybody used to do them in the, everybody had tried to do their finisher in the bedroom. It was scary as hell to do, but but that doomsday device
here, bro.
off the top rope. But obviously, it was longevity, impact on the culture speaks for itself. All right, number 5. My number 4 actually. I'm putting up the Hardy Boys up there first. Matt and Jeff.
Okay.
That pop at WrestleMania 33 spoke for itself. For the impact that they have on the culture, on obviously this era of wrestling, this newer generation. They were able to evolve. Obviously, with in your list, Griff, Edge, and Christian. Multiple matches of the year. With those TLC matches got put on the map. For that style, high flying, and then obviously evolving themselves, the broken characters, and Brother Nero, all of their works and their resume, top notch. So great work. So Hardy Boys for sure. After the Hardys, so my number 3 is the 3D. My boys Devon and Bubba Ray. Got to go with the Dudleys. Their work over however many promotions, however many title reigns. I think I counted 27 to 30 out of 8 promotions. The tables, I think that's what why people to this day, they had an impact because they still looking for the tables. So obviously one of the most infamous lines you can get is Devon get the table, right?
Tables.
So yeah, it's nostalgia all over the place. So but yeah, obviously what they were to the business and what they still are. 3D and obviously our boys, has pays homage to him every time. The 3D to the 1D, so you know who that is. So that goes to show you how much of impact they had, which leads to my number 2. Coming into just the body of work, just longevity, what they've been doing. The Usos are on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Obviously it's this era. Tag team is different. Tag team is different now than it was then. Some would say, reading about it, obviously it was a whole lot harder to do it then than it is now. Obviously the divisions and the levels of, you kind of really don't have as much credibility with the title reigns as you did back in the day. But the work that they put in, there is an underground video of them. I haven't seen it yet, but there's word out there that them and the Young Bucks at FTR, they actually have a match. They actually did a match somewhere underground. I don't know who can find it, but they consider the Young Bucks and FTR the top for the modern era. But Usos are still but you still can't say them without the Usos. Obviously Jimmy and Jay together, the force to be reckoned with, for sure. So that's my number 2 and number 1, and this gonna knock out y'all's seat. But I'm a stat guy, and I'm looking at it, and I almost want to throw up putting it down. But the number 1 on the list is transcending the business, the New Day. I tried. I ain't gonna lie.
I hated saying that.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna be fair. All right, the Freebird rule, all of that, obviously they evolved that. But when I looked at, okay, all hating aside, all three of those guys wrestled, and they they've had their runs singles, but when they came together, obviously they gave WWE dollar signs. They made their money, and that's honestly why they're up here, is because of the business aspect. Yes, do I don't want to see him on my screen? No. But from what they mean to WWE, what they mean, obviously, think about it, guys. Ebony Championship Wrestling, they doing their thing. Like, so I honestly am proud of them. As much as they annoy me, I am proud of them. For what they have done to with the business. But yes, the Booty
You need to look
guys
inside,
themselves,
brother. You need to look
Hey,
deep
I need to look inside. But this is
Coach
my
Montay.
first step. This is my first step. So it's my first step of acknowledging.
Coach Montay, I got to challenge you real quick. 1 second.
Yeah.
Carter-wise, man.
Oh, Lord.
All right, so take away the dollar signs.
Okay.
No, hear me out. Take away the dollar signs. Take away the marketing.
Yep.
Take away the tag team reigns and all the stats.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a better tag team when you take and strip everything away between the New Day and the Usos?
When I strip everything, the Usos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
they're
New
both
Day's
on
out the way.
They're both on the mountain. But if you want me to pick between them, if you want to do another segment,
he's a New Day hater. He was not going to say the New Day.
I'm taking Usos all day. I'm taking Usos all day long over the New Day, but they're both on the Mount Rushmore.
So check this out. To your point about the New Day, strip everything away.
Mm-hmm.
Usos in the Shield.
Usos in the Shield.
They were the Freebird world too, just like the Usos.
But I considered them three singles guys that were strong. I never considered the Shield a tag team. That was just me. That's just my bias. But they came up in my research today too, and I didn't give it credit because those were three solid singles guys. Hell, Griff, they have a video on YouTube saying how are they still successful years after they broke up. It's common sense because they're three stars, three superstars. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even they're not even in the same ballpark. You got the undisputed GOAT right now with undisputed belts. You got the architect Seth freaking Rollins, obviously that's doing his thing, and obviously Mr. I Bleed, Mr. Sir Bleed a lot, over there in AEW, Moxley doing his thing. So I never considered them a tag team.
Bleed a lot.
Yeah, I'm just being funny, but yeah. So how much blood can he lose each show? That's what you got for John Moxley.
I'm still surprised he's got a head and a brain. How much blood he lose? Like,
man, it's not normal.
But yes, Griff, yeah. Researching, I never considered them, but I had to swallow my pride, Jackie, and say, you know what, they've meant a lot to the business, and
that hurt you so much.
It did.
Like, you need ice after that. That hurt you so much.
I think the key thing you said though, right in the beginning before you went, is you base yours basically on statistics and reigns. If it wasn't the stats and
impact of the business, impacted the cultural impact.
Well, exactly.
I'm going a totally different way.
We
already know I'm going a totally different way. We already knew this. All right. Let me say this. My honorable mention is my honorable mention only because of the things that you just said. Right. So my list is my list, but I agree with you. The impact that the New Day has had on the tag team division has been like wild, and they need to be on the list. However, I do have them as my honorable mention.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll understand why they probably need to be on the Mount Rushmore later, but they're an honorable mention for now. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take it back for a second and say, like, I know Spike will see this at some point. But I with you will swallow my pride and say that while I'm not a fan of Bret Hart, I do think that the impact that the Hart Foundation had on tag teams and the tag team division is legit. And so therefore, I do believe that the Hart Foundation does need to be
they
on
were
the
in
Mount
my
Rushmore.
top 10. They were in my top 10. I couldn't.
Yes.
Everybody can't make it, but yeah,
So-
I get it. I totally understand.
Definitely.
Also, I do think that the Usos need to be on the Mount Rushmore. I do think, like, physically speaking, they are the best tag team, right? Like, I don't, like, New Day got all the accolades and did other things, and but like from an athletic standpoint, I like just watching them over the years. I think that they are the tag team. Yeah, they are the tag team, and obviously they have their reasons for being a great tag team. Third is, I think, the group that carried the tag team division during the time of the TLC matches. I think if it wasn't for the Dudley Boys, like, those matches wouldn't be as good as they were. Obviously, mad respect to Christian and Edge, mad respect to the Hardy Boys and their impact. But I think that the Dudley Boys, like, ran that division during that time, even if they didn't have the belts. And so I think they're the tag team for me. And then now this is where the car kind of veers off the road and kind of crashes a little bit, because my fourth team on the Mount Rushmore, Brian, get your whistles out. Get your millions of dollars out, because the primetime players deserve millions of dollars. Like, primetime players, baby, like Titus O'Neil, like before Worldwide even took off, like, we had to start somewhere, gentlemen, and we started. That's right, Brian. Couple of dollars. That's what we got, baby. All day, baby. Primetime players up on the Mount Rushmore, baby. Put it up there, B. And look beautiful up there. Look at that. Primetime players up on the Mount Rushmore.
All right. As you always said, you gotta defend yourself on this. You gotta defend yourself,
me, bro.
You gotta explain yourself on this one. That's what you always tell us every week, Jackie.
Yeah.
You ain't getting on the hook for this one.
Defend this one. Defend this one.
Hey, you damn right,
bro,
but I ain't nowhere near y'all. You
bro?
Lost us.
Check this out, bro. I've gone from generation to generation with my tag teams, bro. Let's be honest.
How many tag team championships they got?
I started back at the originals, bro. The Hart Foundation, bro. We go up to the Dudley Boys, bro. We bring it all the way up to the Usos, because that's now. But somebody had to carry the 2010s, bro, and it was the primetime players. Let's be honest. Millions of dollars. You telling me that when that song hit, you didn't grab your partner next to you and do the thing?
I grabbed my partner, but them dudes ain't had no belts.
Hey, listen.
That was this before this was, right?
Hey, but to my point, they didn't have no belts.
Speaking of 2010,
Who needs
speaking
a
of
belt?
2010, I was waiting. I didn't want to say nothing, because I literally thought Brent was going to say this tag team. And we talking about 2010. This one was a top one in 2010 too. I literally thought you was going to say the Miz and Morrison.
Oh, I did like the Miz and Morrison, but
yeah,
they were underrated.
Right.
They were. I wasn't a Morrison fan. The theatrics for me wasn't a thing. But very good tag team. Very, very good tag team. Very, very good tag team.
You done blew the viewer's mind with this one, Jackie.
Yeah, you did. You blew me.
I did preface with the New Day probably deserves the spot. I did say this.
You say
they probably will get the spot.
I would have been more good if you would have put them in the honorable mention spot.
No, they deserve to be up on the thing. What do you mean? We're not honorably mentioned Titus O'Neil. What do you say?
All right. You going to make me go. All right.
There's nothing to watch. Don't go back and watch. Don't go back and look for it. Don't go look for it.
I can't even remember.
Let's just remember it for what it was. I
can't remember the matches.
You won't remember any of them.
No.
You won't.
Millions of dollars. Hey, that music used to hit hard, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Forget the match. The whistles hit. Everybody start rocking. What you mean? Got the whole crowd swag surfing in that mouth. What you mean? Millions of
Can't
dollars.
believe it.
Couple of dollars. Couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you had in your pocket. That's all we had in our pocket. Man, this got to be. You know what though? That's the funniest take I didn't see.
That
like,
blew me, man. Like
in a while.
that
man.
literally.
Bro.
But that's his Mount Rushmore. I mean,
every time we heard him, man, we would start doing the primetime players.
yes,
That's
I
right.
remember them. Yes, but you know what though? Out of all this though, here's two things that I can literally say. I didn't pick the Usos, all because they're still currently running, and I believe they still have more to account. That's the reason I didn't go, but they definitely are a Mount Rushmore. But I think we definitely all can agree that the Dudley boys definitely, because we all picked the Dudleys for sure. Yeah. That's on that Rushmore, and also the Usos. I agree, the Usos definitely need to be right next to the Dudleys as well. In fact, I mean their move 1D, one and done. Where they get it from? Mm-hmm. Dudleys.
There's so many more names we could have said, and like
absolutely,
this conversation could go on for days,
all day long. Yeah, all day long.
Like, but Brandon, you had the Road Warriors, right? Like,
yeah.
And fun, and what's crazy, I had the Legion of Doom actually going on the mountain first this morning, preparing for this segment, and I called an audible and took them off before.
We were big fans of them. Like, we were like, we were big fans of them.
Yep.
Yeah, tragic ending, but yeah, we were big fans of them.
One tag team that happened in the Attitude Era that, and I want to bring this up because I really think this could have did some damage, but because of the injury and character transition, and we never got to see the full potential of it. And I don't know if you guys remember, but it was the Big Show and Taker, and Paul Bearer was their manager. They were
that was a
what
tag
was
team
I
for
can't
how
think
long?
they're called. They were like the personification of evil something. They came a tag team.
That's
but what happened? Taker ended up getting hurt, and when he came back, he went straight to American Badass, and Big Show ended up going single way, so they never got a chance to formulate the Taker injury.
The Cousins of Destruction, yeah.
I hate you, bro. So much. I hate you.
Oh man.
The Big Show's singles run during that time, bro. Like I'm past it now, thank God. But like it was an okay run, but it was like very, very cringe in my head. I was like, why are we getting the Big Show? But it was a good run though. But it was just like, I don't understand why SmackDown is like featuring the Big Show. But then it was also the same time that they were like ushering in like Brock Lesnar and all of those guys. So like
the new generation,
they had to have somebody that was on deck. So somebody on deck. All right, boys, that's the end of our agenda, man. I don't know if you guys have anything else that y'all want to put out there or anything like that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we were talking a little bit about rankings and things here. And I don't know if we kind of talked about it online on Twitter, but Righteous Reg put out a top 500 black wrestlers, and this is right up our alley. And I can't wait to dive into this a little bit more, but I just want to get your like reactions to the list. And my thing is I didn't know that there were 500 wrestlers out there that were black. I'll be the first to say it. I'll be honest. But so your reactions, gentlemen.
I'm second to it. You know, when you shot that in the group, you know, my first reaction was, you know, first I'm looking at the top 10. That's what I normally do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Out of 500, who's that top 10? And when I seen, you know, our people like the Biancas and below that, I said, wait a minute, what kind of list is this? But my biggest takeaway was that there are so many black wrestlers out there, whether if it's pro, whether if it's independent, whether if it's just in a gym or auditorium or someone's backyard. There are people, black wrestlers out there grinding to get to that high pro level at WWE, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, where, they're going to TNA next year now. They're going back to the TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, which is exciting. But, just to see that list, and that's not including those that did make that list too. But for me, really hungered me to really not only pay respect to those wrestlers that's out there grinding, but also elevate my game even more to get involved in knowing these different circuits and territories and these independents and things. And I'm even looking at some of these now. Who's in Flint? Who's in Detroit? Who's in Grand Rapids? Who's in Bay City? That's on that list too. You know what I'm saying? So I can take the time and go to a match and go to a show and connect with them too, and not only share them about us, but also build that relationship and that connection as a fan as well too. Say, hey, you know what? Wherever you're doing, I'm rocking with you. If I need to get your name out there, if I need to tag you, if I need to put you on my social media, that's what we all are for. We all trying to put each and everybody over, man. So it was very exciting to see that and make us open our eyes more that it's more to just the AEW, the WWE, and the NXT, but there's other people out there grinding in the wrestling world that's black that's trying to get to that next level too that we should look into.
Oh, yeah. It goes back to what I had discussed when we talked about I think the cultural impact, seeing us on the screen, and I think that conversation we had earlier, maybe a month or so ago in our earlier episodes, right, Jackie? As far as and I think I made a point of we don't need to be seen on just the football field, the basketball court, the track. And everybody's not going to make it to the league. Everybody's not going to go pro. Everybody's not going to go to the Olympics. But man, I'm sure damn proud of these promotions opening up the doors to get us in there. And that so once again, I'm proud. I said proud earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. Proud to see that. And that we're rolling in that direction. That there's alternatives out here. That if you don't go to corporate America, there's always something. There's always somewhere for us to go to shine. And that's validation of yes, let's continue to strive and move. And now we just got to get eyes. Indies wrestling, y'all know that. I just got back into wrestling myself, strong over 12 years in the main promotions, but now digging more on the indies. And like I said, I'm just getting to know them. And like we said, we got some homework to do. We got some people we need to follow to build the relationships, to build the community, build the circle. But and now, Griff, you mentioned guys in the area. As you were talking about that, and Jackie, you know this, you're gonna start laughing. Our old boy from Bridgeport, the alpha male, Monty Brown. Yeah. So that actually, once again,
he started his at the bingo hall in Bridgeport.
Yeah, he inspired some people in the area to get into it in our Saginaw area. This is
That's true.
So. But yeah, man, I can't wait to dig in more. Obviously, Jackie, you'll school me on the on how to get in touch with these people for sure. But I'm excited, man. Let's follow them and get rolling.
Yeah, man. I think it's just seeing some new people and some new faces, and we look forward to interacting with everybody, and just hopefully we can get some conversations on here and learn more about the people as we go through the list. And we'll definitely be coming back and forth to this list. So shout out to Righteous Reg for throwing that one out there, and we'll dive into this one a little bit more as we go. So
if y'all watching, we're looking for you.
I like Absolutely. That, like as we start to follow people on Instagram, we start to see a lot more highlights and things like that, and it's just nothing but wrestling on our Instagram, and that's phenomenal to watch throughout the day, and just seeing some of the moves that people are putting on. So
shout out to them too, man, because I've seen quite a few following us back too, and they didn't have to do that.
That's good.
But that shows that the support is real. For following us back, but then it's also giving us an indication that they're pretty much looking at us and saying, okay, let's go ahead and follow this, see what it's about. And that's what it's all about. We just, it's, like I said, we talk about, ain't all about numbers, but, it's all about the support, and it's all about the hood, the family hood, the wrestling hood, the community, and just strengthening it. But, targeting those and saying, hey, we in here with y'all too. We're fans just like that too. We're here to support. We're here to put you out there. We're here to market you. Do what we need to do. And it's, it's just our time, fellas. A lot of people, we seen before, wrestling fake, this and like that. Now they're starting to transition maneuver to liking the sport and being a fan because of us, sharing our stories, sharing our experiences, taking photos with the talent, and then the interaction that we're getting. So we're definitely doing something unprecedented. It's not just us, but there's others out there that's doing it too. But we keep doing that, man. And this thing gonna be a lot more bigger than we expected, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Look forward to jumping into the top 500 and seeing what that, what that holds. So, all right, boys, let's wrap this one up, man. It's been a good episode. We've been enjoying the conversation, lots of laughs and lots of hot takes. So, Coach, man, let the people know where they can find you.
Hey, all right, everybody, y'all can find me on IG, Coach Montay 24. Like we say every week, continue to support. Show us the love. We're going to keep the same energy. We're going to continue to pick up the energy as brothers and continue to give you the good content. So we appreciate y'all, the love, support, and do what we do to keep you guys coming. So look forward to next week's episode.
Griff, let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, sir. IG at Griff Nation 84. And also you can find me on X, which is the new Twitter, at CGriff 84.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, as always, at JackieMiles42. And keep the wrestling chatter alive, ladies and gentlemen, by engaging with us on social media. You can find us. I'm sorry. Let me go back. You can also find B Dix at BDix989 on Cash App. Please make sure that you hit him up with at least $1 or $2. But for sure, keep the wrestling chatter going. And follow us on all social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find us on Spotify and YouTube at Ebony Championship Wrestling. And so this is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But, Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.